people, welcome to Prep Elevate. Let's deep dive into another beautiful decision making set from that past year questions. We'll start with this set. Okay, this looks like a good set. Why? सबसे पहले मुझे ये सेट बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है बिकॉज लेंथ देखो इतना छोटा सा सेट है. अभी तक आपने जितने क्वेश्चंस देखे होंगे ना, लेंदी है, डेंस है, पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, ये उस हिसाब से काफी छोटा है. सो ऐसे सेट्स भी आते हैं. ठीक है, अभी देखो क्या लिखा हुआ है. Himaja was among the top 10 students of her business management batch. Good for Himaja. Top 10 students business management batch में. Okay, one of the toppers. She got placed in a reputed strategy consulting firm during campus placements. काफी लोगों का सपना लिखा हुआ है ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है, जो लोग प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं. अल्टीमेटली मुझे लग रहा है कि उनका ऐसा करियर ट्रेजेक्ट्री यहाँ पे विजिबल है हिमाजा जैसे, कि टॉप 10 स्टूडेंट्स में थी, देन बहुत अच्छे जगह प्लेसमेंट भी हो गई. She was delighted to work under Nirmal. Okay, boss was Nirmal, her superior, who was known for grooming many stars in the organization. Okay, so Nirmal has had a good track record, an excellent track record rather, as a manager, as a superior, as a boss. Nevertheless, he was also regarded as a hard taskmaster. So Nirmal का एक quality था, he was a difficult taskmaster, difficult to deal with him. Okay, usually people who drive performances, they are slightly strict in their approach, and probably that is why they drive good performances. Though she was a fresh recruit, she longed to be in a client facing role. Okay, so Himaja also had a good pedigree. Topper in college, got placed in a reputed strategy consulting firm, and has to now work under Nirmal, who is known for grooming stars in the organization, but he's a hard taskmaster. Abhi, Himaja being a good student, okay, she's always had good aspirations, let's say very classy, higher aspirations for herself. So she wants that, she gets all those meaty positions, so as to say, जो काफी impact create करे, impactful position. So she wants a client facing role, although she is a fresh recruit. Okay, काफी ज़्यादा experience नहीं है उनके पास, she is a fresh recruit, but she wants client facing roles. Okay, during an informal office gathering, Himaja mustered up courage to ask Nirmal for a client facing role. Okay, तो एक informal जब gathering थी, तो Himaja went up to Nirmal and said that she would be interested in taking up a client facing role. Which of the following reasons, if true, will best justify Nirmal saying no to Himaja? तो हमें ये reasons ढूंढने हैं, प्रोफेशनली लॉजिकली करेक्ट reasons, कि निर्मल क्यों नो बोलेंगे हिमाजा को. इवन बिफोर लुकिंग एट द ऑप्शंस, सोचो आप क्यों नो बोलोगे हिमाजा को? लैक ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस है ना, डेफिनेटली उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, एंड हेंस एक कंसल्टिंग फर्म में क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल में होने के लिए एक सर्टेन एक्सपीरियंस आपको जरूरत है. इट्स नॉट जस्ट व्हाट यू स्टडी, इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट व्हाट एक्सपीरियंस यू ब्रिंग टू द टेबल. सो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन तो हमें ये पता है कि फ्रेश रिक्रूट है हिमाजा. यस, हिमाजा माइट like climb up the corporate ladder faster than the others, probably because she's had a good pedigree that way, but immediately organization join करते ही client facing role, not very sure, right? अभी देखते हैं ऑप्शन क्या है. Himaja's teammates are not happy with her communication skills, इस वजह से तो निर्मल उससे मना नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, this is not a great reason. Himaja needs to improve her presentation skills. This is a reason. Definitely client facing role के लिए आपको you have to have good communication, जो one में भी था, presentation skills also you need. But क्या ये concrete solid reason है? पता नहीं, और देखते हैं. Himaja leaves early and client meetings go late into the night. ये तो एक बहुत strong reason नहीं है ना. The moment you sign up for a corporate job, you know your days and nights are taken away from you. ठीक है, ऐसा बोला जाता है ना. तो time की वजह से तो नहीं. And when Himaja wants a client facing role, she definitely knows the responsibility that comes with it. It's not like she's unaware. ठीक है, और देखते हैं. Clients do not appreciate strategic discussions with fresh recruits. It's a very strong reason. अगर मैं आपको एक ऐसी पोजीशन दूं जो क्लाइंट फेवर नहीं करते, तो हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए ये लॉस है. दे वुड नॉट वांट टू इंटरैक्ट विद अस फर्दर. तो ये एक बहुत अच्छा रीजन है, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन है निर्मल के पास, बिकॉज सी हिमाजा हैज अ गुड पेडिग्री, राइट. तो इंडिविजुअली उसके स्किल सेट्स को पिन पॉइंट करना, पिक आउट करना, वो इमीडिएटली उसे इंप्रूव कर लेंगे, एंड अगेन शी वांट दैट रोल बैक. बट अगर हम इसे ये बोले दैट clients not appreciate it in a corporate setting, this is not how it works. No matter how good you are, there's a certain level of experience required. Clients demand that. तो इसीलिए आप अभी रेडी नहीं हो इस रोल के लिए. वेरी गुड, सॉलिड स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन. क्लाइंट्स डू नॉट टेक यंग वुमेन सीरियसली ड्यूरिंग डिस्कशंस. ऐसे स्टेटमेंट्स तो डीएम में कभी सही नहीं हो सकते, बिकॉज इट इज टारगेटिंग अ पर्टिकुलर जेंडर. हमें एक न्यूट्रल माइंडसेट क्रिएट करना है दैट यू नो दे डोंट टेक यंग वुमेन सीरियसली. नो, ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो ये सब तो रीजंस नहीं हो सकते. करेक्ट रीजन क्या है? दैट क्लाइंट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बताओ. रिमेंबर, निर्मल इज एन एक्सपीरियंस्ड मैनेजर. He knows how the setting, corporate setting works. So coming from him, it will add a lot of credibility. And Himaja, though with a very strong background, does not really have a lot to question when this reason is put forth. ठीक है? और देखते हैं. Due to her constant pleading, Nirmal assigned Himaja a client-facing role in his project. Okay, so probably Himaja was after his life, so he said, "It's fine. I'm giving you a client-facing role." Nirmal instructed her that he would do all the talking and she would diligently listen and take notes. So basically, assistant role. ठीक है? That okay, you assist me when I'm interacting with clients. I'll do all the talking. You listen. Okay? Initially, definitely be a very good listener. Be sincere, diligent. Take notes. Okay? Basically, MOM, minutes of the meetings. However, in the first meeting, Himaja made a comment which contradicted Nirmal. Okay, Himaja is impatient, right? Slightly impulsive, probably. She made a comment which contradicted Nirmal. Huh. In the next, she interrupted the client while he was making a point. This offended the client, resulting in Nirmal apologizing to the client to save the project. Acha, Himaja is slightly impulsive and impatient, does not know to handle the responsibility that comes with a client facing role. She's told clearly that you don't have to do the talking, I do the talking. She keeps interrupting, she keeps contradicting her boss, her superior, and she interrupts the client also in one of the occasions. Is not taken well by the client. Corporates में ऐसे manners appreciate नहीं होते हैं. You have to have a certain decorum. You can't interrupt. Specifically, clients, you do not really put them in a position where they're forced to say no to your project. It's a loss for you. You have to be very, very polite. You have to be very straightforward, logical to maintain your relationships with your clients. Professional relationship after all. So Himaja ने जो गलतियां उन्हें मना की गई थी करने के लिए, probably out of impatience, she made all those mistakes. Which of the following is the most appropriate action that Nirmal should take against Himaja's behavior? Obviously, Nirmal, despite explaining to Himaja that you should not behave a certain way, she did. So abhi उसे action लेना है. Most appropriate action क्या होगा? Have a chat with Himaja later in the evening. Explain the delicate situation she had put him in during the meetings and request her not to repeat it. Okay, very mature stance. Fine, I'll have a word with her and I'll tell her that your actions have put me in a very delicate position with the client, so don't repeat that. Or kya? Caution Himaja that she would lose client facing roles if she does not appreciate the rationale behind his instructions. ए और बी को कंपेयर करो. टोनालिटी में डिफरेंस है. एक में रिक्वेस्ट है, एक में कॉशन है. अभी देखो, हिमजा ने प्लीड करके उनसे ये रोल लिया है. निर्मल वॉज हेजिटेंट बट हिमजा टुक दैट. ओके, आई वॉन्ट दैट रोल. दिस प्लीडिंग, राइट, कॉन्स्टेंट प्लीडिंग. नाउ निर्मल हैज गिवन हर अ सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू फॉलो व्हिच शी फेल्ड टू. तो अभी उनके साथ अगर एक सॉफ्ट स्टांस लिया जाए, that would not set the right example, and Nirmal is a hard taskmaster. So instead of having this a one-on-one soft chat with Himaja, second one looks more like something Nirmal would do, considering he has been a hard taskmaster. He has a good reputation of grooming stars, and he's been put in a really embarrassing situation with the client despite instructing Himaja very well before this. Okay, so two, comparing A and B, I would go more with B because this looks like the way Nirmal is expected to behave, considering he's a hard taskmaster. Or देखो, ask Himaja's project teammates to have a chat with her on how to behave in client meetings. Third party के through communicate करना is not right. Nirmal was there in person. He does not need to bring anybody else into the picture now. Recommend Himaja for a 5-day listening skills workshop? No. ऐसा थोड़ी है कि हिमजा डज नॉट हैव गुड लिसनिंग स्किल्स और स्टफ और एक लिसनिंग वर्कशॉप से सब कुछ सही हो जाएगा. प्रॉब्ली हिमजा इज अ लिटिल इम्पेशेंट और इम्पल्सिव, बट ये सही नहीं है. Await the half-yearly performance review due in 2 months and submit a strong report against Himaja? No. Despite continuous mistakes, if a person refuses to improve or does not show signs of improvement in a corporate, only then do you take such strong stance. Himaja also has a strong pedigree, a strong background. So 2 महीना wait करने के बाद आप उनके against एक strong report submit करोगे, it's not right. She's a fresh recruit, and you'll have to make her aware. Okay, even if she is committing a few mistakes here and there, you don't have to wait for 2 months. Nirmal can do it, like a lot faster. So caution Himaja that behave well, and she has to appreciate his experience and follow his instructions. Right? That's the correct choice. Okay. Another month passed. Himaja was working under Shreya in a different team. Okay, manager has changed. Manager is Shreya. Shreya was impressed by Himaja's enthusiasm and sincerity. Okay, Himaja ने enthusiasm sincerity display की है. Manager is happy. She asked Himaja to accompany her to a meeting with a new client. Okay, new client meeting. So Himaja and Shreya are in a meeting. During the meeting, Himaja made a statement that offended the client. Okay, Himaja back to her, previous ways. Again, she made a comment which offended the client. Shah tried to diffuse the situation by asking Himaja to apologize. Though Himaja apologized, she defended her statement. ये बहुत ही गलत तरीका है. If you are asked to apologize, unconditional apology is acceptable. You don't apologize and then say कि मुझे तो लग रहा है but मेरा stance सही है. Okay, obviously nobody is asking you to not have an opinion. There's a way to put forth your opinion, and when your seniors are present, you better let them do their job, and you speak when it's your turn to. You appreciate seniority, you appreciate experience. It's very important. That's the way you should be behaving. So, and by the way, I am not telling you how to behave. ये डिसीजन मेकिंग के रूल्स है ना, हमें मोस्ट एथिकल वे में बिहेव करना है. तो आई एम नॉट गिविंग यू अ रूल बुक कि ऐसा बिहेव करो. ये जानना जरूरी है. This infuriated the client further, okay, who categorically told that the statement of Himaja was against his organization's core values. Things escalated. Client also responded that, we like don't agree with her. We totally disagree. This is against our values. He specifically told Shreya that unless concrete steps were taken against Himaja, he would not get into any business with the firm. अच्छा, अभी client को आ गया है बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा. आप पहले इसके अगेंस्ट एक स्ट्रॉन्ग एक्शन लो, एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू एंगेज. अदरवाइज विल नॉट लाइक एंगेज इन एनी बिजनेस विद द फर्म. अभी कॉर्पोरेट को क्लाइंट लूज करने का ऑब्वियसली बहुत बड़ा प्रेशर होता है. श्रेया हैज टू हैंडल इट रियली वेल इन अ वेरी मैच्योर्ड फैशन. Himaja, although she's made a mistake, first few lines tell us that she's been doing well, right? She's been enthusiastic, she's been sincere. तो वो चीज़ को भी consideration में रखना है. Yes, she behaved immature here, but Shreya was impressed initially. But अभी situation थोड़ा different है. Himaja has made a mistake and client is really really angry. अभी देखते हैं कैसे होगा. Which of the following is the most appropriate action that Shreya should take in the interest of all parties? Who are all the stakeholders involved? Remember, win-win situation for all stakeholders. Shreya, she has to defend her reputation as a manager, so she has to be right there. Okay. Himaja, she is good as an employee. She's enthusiastic, she's senior, she's still in the process of learning probably, so it has to be fair to her as well. We cannot like be very very strong, like take very strong action against her. We have to make sure it's balanced. Third, the client, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली बिजनेस उनके साथ करना है, उनको भी डिस्प्लीज नहीं कर सकते. उन्होंने बोला है श्रेया के अगेंस्ट हिमाजा के अगेंस्ट एक्शन लेना है श्रेया को. शी इज टू कीप दैट इन माइंड. सो 3 स्टेक होल्डर्स, ठीक है. एंड ऑब्वियसली द कंपनी जहाँ पे हिमाजा काम करती हैं, जहाँ पे श्रेया काम करती है, उसका भी इंटरेस्ट हमें देखना है. हमें क्लाइंट लूज नहीं करना है, ठीक है. तो क्या क्या है कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन? Should castigate Himaja using strong words in front of the client and later in the evening share how much Shreya loved Himaja's comment. No. You don't go 2 ways. Castigate is strongly condemn. Strong form of disagreement. When you show, you scold somebody, you rebuke somebody, that is castigate. So you use harsh words against Himaja and later in the evening say अरे मैं तो तुम्हारे साइड पे हूँ. ये नहीं चलता है, ठीक है. It's not right. This will encourage Himaja in a wrong way. She's a fresh recruit. You don't have to set wrong examples for her. should advise Himaja to look for a role outside the consulting industry since her competencies are not appreciated by clients. Too far-fetched. She's a fresh recruit after all. She's still in the process of learning. Just for, after a few experiences, we all have, such, let's say, interactions with clients which don't go down well. उसकी वजह से किसी को ये बोलना that look for a job outside this industries because their competencies are not appreciated, too far-fetched for a fresh recruit. And she's come, she's one of the top students of her business school, and she's come here. She's earned her place in a consulting firm, so you can't straight away question her potential that way. ठीक है, अब देखते हैं. Should defend Himaja knowing fully that most probably Shreya will lose the client. No sacrificial decision. Remember, it should be in the interest of all parties. तो lose नहीं कर सकते client को इस तरह से. Should assure the client that Himaja will be transferred, but send Himaja for a 2-week vacation to rejuvenate instead. No, आप कोई भी अनएथिकल काम नहीं कर सकते. आप क्लाइंट को ये नहीं बोल सकते ओके यू टोल्ड मी टू टेक अ स्ट्रॉन्ग डिसीजन, आई हैव टेकन अ स्ट्रॉन्ग डिसीजन, आई हैव सेंड हर ऑफ, बट इंटरनली यू जस्ट सेंड हर ऑन अ वेकेशन और लेट्स से अ 2-week ऑफ. नहीं कर सकते, अनएथिकल है. तो ऑप्शन यही बचता है. शुड मूव हिमाजा टू अ नॉन क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल इन द करेंट प्रोजेक्ट एंड एक्सप्लोर क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल्स इन अदर प्रोजेक्ट. तो इस प्रोजेक्ट के क्लाइंट को हिमाजा से प्रॉब्लम है, तो अभी के लिए हिमाजा को नॉन क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल पे भेज देते हैं. शील कंटिन्यू हर लर्निंग एंड दूसरे प्रोजेक्ट्स में वापस विल सी हाउ वी कैन अकोमोडेट हिमाजा इन अ क्लाइंट फेसिंग रोल. तो यही ऑप्शन एक बचा हुआ है, तो यही करेक्ट आंसर है. ठीक है, सो ये 3 क्वेश्चंस थे इस सेट में. आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड. सेट का किस तरह से डिजाइनिंग हमने देखा. कभी कभी जो अगर इनिशियल पैसेज बड़ा रहता है तो एसोसिएटेड क्वेश्चन शॉर्टर रहते हैं, और अगर इनिशियल इन्फॉर्मेशन सी ये काफी कम था, इस लेंथ का था, तो एसोसिएटेड क्वेश्चंस में शायद आपको थोड़ा सा ज्यादा जैसे रीड करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, बट लैंग्वेज इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट, सो यू कैन आराम से यू कैन रीड थ्रू इट. ठीक है, आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन. आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.